Kadash is your name. Your kingdom come and your will be done on the earth as in the Shama. Give us this Yaum our daily come and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the wicked. For yours is the kingdom and the power and the esteem forever. Give us this Yaum our daily come and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the wicked. For yours is the kingdom and the power and the esteem forever. Barak Yahuah, oh, Barak Yahuah, Barak Yahuah, oh, Barak Yahuah.
Shalom, Mishpachah, shalom, shalom. I am Aunt Jimmy, also known as Brother Jimmy, and we are ambassadors of Yah. Normally, we would come on tomorrow and the day after, but Yahuah has impressed something very heavy on my heart today. And when I feel something like this, I have to share it. Not only for those of you that are here right now, but for those of you, Yahuah willing, will allow you to hear this message. We are truly living in the last days of days. And I know that many of us are busy with our life. Many of us are doing things that are contrary to Scripture. And many of us know this truth. Mishpachah, family, those of you who know this truth, those of you who know what this world is all about, we're about to see some serious, serious things. And I don't know if we are truly ready. I don't know if we actually understand what it means that we must endure to the end. We're about to see things that no other generation has ever witnessed. And I want us to think about that. Let us plow. Heavenly Abba Yahuah, Abba, as we come together today, those who are here now and those who may listen later, Abba, I ask that you would prepare us. Abba, I ask that you would help us to be sober-minded, be ready for whatever is to come, O Abba. Help us to be ready. Help us to be ready in the Ruach. Help us to be ready for not only ourselves, but also for the brethren. Abba, your word is true, and we know there is no lies in your word. Forgive us for those of us who have been taught wrongly over the years. Forgive us, O Abba, for doing what angers you. Do not deal with us according to our ways. Do not deal with us according to our thoughts. But Abba, we ask that you deal with us according to your tender mercies and according to your promises that you have given to Abraham, Yitzhak, and Jacob, that you shall always have a seed, a remnant, who will not bow down their knees to Baal, who will not give themselves over to subject themselves to the wicked one. Abba, you know who you have called, and you know those who have been called for this time that you have created us to be in this world, manifested in the flesh. Help us, O Abba, to truly redeem the time that has been taken from us. Help us to walk in your ways and not in our own. Help us to be mindful of what we are doing and what we are saying, knowing that we must give an account to you, who is ever present in each one of our lives, and knowing that there is a recording being taken, not only in our minds, but of those malachim that you have placed around us and have assigned to us at birth. Help us, O Abba, to do your ways and not our own. This we ask in the mighty name of your Ben Yahushua HaMashiach. Hallelujah, Yahuah. Hallelujah, Yahuah. And hallelujah, Yahuah. Amat. Rumamu Abba Yahuah. Hallelujah, Yahuah. I just think that this Bakor, when I woke up, this thought came to my mind. And again, it wasn't as if I was hearing the actual voice of our Abba. It was just something that was impressed in my mind. And I don't know how to explain it better than that. Are we ready? Are we ready? If we are living in the last days of days, are we ready? I'm going to be reading out of Hallelujah Scriptures for the first time on a live. I want to thank Akudi Diane for this gift. Tudata to you, Akudi. And I ask that this translation may open up more people's eyes to the importance not only of his name, but the importance of keeping sound doctrine and not adding to it. Tomorrow, Yahuah willing, I'm going to be sharing about how the King James and the New King James have added some leaven to the word. And no wonder why we were all so confused. Because if we don't know how to read Hebrew, and we don't have any translations that come directly from the Hebrew until recently, then we're going to do what is written in the word that we thought was the word, because we didn't have no other translation that was closer to the Hebrew. And so Abba Yahuah is going to deal with those who have been given words that were tainted, that was given of leaven. There was leaven put into the English language translation that we know as the King James Version and the New King James Version. And I'm going to show that tomorrow, Yahuah willing. Again, how it has confused the masses to where we thought we didn't have to do the law. But today, we're going to talk about if we're ready. We're going to talk about if we're ready. I'm going to be reading out of the Hallelujah Scriptures. And I finally got my tabs in. Praise Abba Yahuah. So I can get to the areas of this book, because I was, most of the other translations, even the scriptures, which I love, it's compiled just like the King James and the New King James. Like all the letters are the same, the books they're in their same order. In the Hallelujah Scriptures, it's not. And so for the sake of time, I needed to make sure that I get these tabs so that I can find it quicker because they're in a different order than what I have been accustomed to. But this is going to be what I'm going to be reading from now on. Not to say that I'm not going to be comparing with other scriptures, because I am. But the reason why I want to read from this is because you see here how it has the Father's name in Paleo Hebrew. As a side note, I was asked this question by one of our ox. If Paleo Hebrew was the lettering that Abba Yahuah used to give the 2 tablets of stone to Masha, why don't we use Paleo Hebrew instead of modern Hebrew? And so I had to think about that question for a moment, and it was that Yahuah has placed it in the hearts of men. One, he gave us different languages at the Tower of Babel. Through that, we've gone to different areas of the world. And through those areas of the world, for those who know the truth, they would never change the name of the Creator. What I mean by they would still use the way he gave it, as we find even in the Dead Sea Scrolls. For those of you who know about the Dead Sea Scrolls, all the parchments that they found, most of it was written in Hebrew. There was some Greek, and I think they said that there was even some Aramaic and Latin. But the predominant of the scrolls that were found at the Dead Sea were written in what we know as modern letter block Hebrew that they picked up, our ancestors picked up when they went into captivity into Babylon. That was around 586 BC or 567 BC. I can't remember exactly precisely, but it was in the mid 500 BC when the Hebrew lettering system changed to what we know as modern Hebrew. Now, through that modern Hebrew in the Dead Sea Scrolls, every time that the Father's name was written, you would see this Paleo Hebrew, Yahuah, written from right to left. And so this is why I like this version better than the scriptures, but they're pretty much word for word the same. So now with that being said, back to what I was talking about, are we ready? If we're living in the last days of last days, are we truly ready for this time that we're dwelling in, that we're living in? I want to go to Matityahu, also known as Matthew, chapter 25. Many of you know this as the parable of the 10 virgins. And the word reads, "Then the reign of the Shamaim, that is the heavens, shall be compared to 10 maidens or virgins who took their lamps and went out to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 foolish. Those who were foolish, having taken their lamps, took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their containers with their lamps." With their lamps. Now, while the bridegroom took time, they all slumbered and slept. All 10 of them slumbered and slept. And at midnight, a cry was heard, "See, the bridegroom is coming. Go out to meet him." Then all those maidens, all those virgins rose up and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said to the wise, "Give us of your oil, because our lamps are going out." Our lamps are going out. But the wise answered, saying, "No, indeed, there would not be enough for us and you. Instead, go to those who sell and buy for yourselves." And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came. And those who were ready went in with him to the wedding feast, and the door was shut. And later the other maidens also came, saying, Adon, Adon, open up for us. Or Master, Master, open up for us. But he answering and said, Truly I say to you, I don't know you. Truly I say to you, I do not know you. Watch therefore, because you do not know the day nor the hour in that the bane, the son of Adam, is coming. For it is like a man going from home, who called his own servants and delivered his possessions to them. And to one he gave 5 talents, and to another 2, and to another 1, to each according to his own ability, each according to their own ability, and went from home. Notice what he's calling home. The Arats. He left and went from home. He left the Arats. And he who had received the 5 talent went and worked with them, with what he had, what was given, and made another 5 talent. In the same way, he with the 2 also, he gained 2 more. But he who had received the 1 went away and dug in the ground and hid the silver of his master. He hid the silver of his master. And after a long time, the master of those servants came and settled accounts with them. Judgment Day. And he who had received 5 talents came and brought 5 other talents, saying, Master, you delivered me 5 talents. See, I have gained 5 more talents besides them. I have gained more believers. I have brought more to the truth. And his master said to him, Well done, great and trustworthy servant. You were trustworthy over a little. I shall put you over much. Enter into the joy of your master. Then he who had received 2 talents came and said, Master, you have delivered to me 2 talents. See, I have gained 2 more talents besides them. Again, he preached the truth. He shared the truth. He walked out the truth. And he gained more besides himself that came into the truth. His master said to him, Well done, great and trustworthy servant. You were trustworthy over a little. I shall put you over much. Enter into the joy of your master. And the one who had received the 1 talent also came and said, Master, I knew you to be a hard person, reaping where you have not sown, and gathering where you have not scattered seed. And being afraid, this servant was afraid. He said, I went and hid your talent in the ground. See, you have what is yours. You have me, is what he's saying. You haven't lost me. And his master answering and said to him, You wicked and lazy servant, you knew that I reap where I have not sown, meaning where I didn't come there and preach to these people. You were the one who was supposed to plant those seeds for me. And he says, and gather where I have not scattered seed. Again, sharing the word. The word is the seed. Then you should have put my silver with the bankers, and at my coming, I would have received back my own with interest. So now he's using the metaphor of how you should have used that money. Well, you might as well put it in the bank so that I would at least have received something when I came back. But no, you didn't even do that. Therefore, take away the talent from him and give it to him who possesses 10 talents. For to everyone who possesses, more shall be given, and he shall have overflowingly. But from him who does not possess, even what he possesses shall be taken away. And throw the worthless servant out into the outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. We know that to be the lake of fire. The story continues, but I want to go back to where it talks about these 5 foolish virgins and these 5 wise virgins. Notice we're talking about these 10 virgins, and each one of them is holding a lamp. 5, let me back up. All 10 had oil at one time. All 10 had oil at one time. Why do we know this? Because if we read this in its context, it says this in verse 6. And at night a cry was heard, "See, the bridegroom is coming. Go out to meet him." Then all those virgins rose up and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said, listen to this, to the wise, "Give us of your oil, because our lamps are going out." For them to be going out means that they are dwindling. The oil has almost ran out. That oil dissipated. But when did it go away? While they all slumbered and slept. It was going away. It was going out. What does this mean? Where do we get the understanding of what this oil represents? Let us remember, this is the Messiah speaking. Okay? The Messiah, the Mashiach, Yahusha, is sharing this parable here in Matthew 25. We know that word interprets word. Not that everything in the word can we connect to another unless we know by the Ruach that it has something to do with a little here and a little there. I want to take you to Revelation. Remember, we're talking about the lamp and the oil. This is connected to all 10 virgins. These are believers, okay? We're not talking about people who don't know the truth. We're talking about people who know the truth. Let's go to Hazon, Revelation. Let's see here. Let me find this passage. My brain is so used to seeing it photographically. Okay, here it is. So first, let's go here to chapter 1. And then we're going to Revelation chapter 2, Chopper. Yes. If we back up, we read about how Yohanan, the Revelator, says that he turned, in verse 12, to see the voice that spoke with me. And having turned, I saw 7 golden lampstands, lamps. And in the midst of the 7 lampstands, one like Bane, or like the son of Adam, dressed in a robe down to the feet and girded about the chest of the golden band. So we see here is talking about our Mashiach. And it talks about how his hair is like white as wool and as snow, and his eyes a flame of fire, and his feet like burnished brass, refined in the furnace, his voice like sounds of many waters. And then it goes on and it says, and in his right hand he held 7 stars, and out of his mouth went a sharp 2-edged sword, and his face was as the sun shining in its strength. When I saw him, excuse me, let me get a sip. I fell at his feet as unalived. And he placed his right hand on me, saying, do not be afraid, I am the first and the last, and see the living one. And I became unalived, and see, I am living forever and ever, Amat. And I possess the keys of the grave and of unaliving. Write therefore what you have seen, both what is now, what shall take place after these. The secret or the mystery, the hidden truth of the 7 stars that you saw in my right hand, and the 7 golden lampstands. The 7 stars are the messengers or angels of the 7 assemblies. And the 7 lampstands that you saw are the 7 assemblies. So the 7 lampstands represent a type of believer. He's speaking of a certain type of believer. These 7 letters in the book of Hazon, Revelation, is not speaking of, as the Christians have taught us, a church age. I'm not saying that there isn't a certain type of mentality that transpired over 7 different type of assemblies of an age, like Christians believe. But the true interpretation of what we're being told here about these 7 assemblies is 7 heart conditions of a believer. He's talking about 7 different types of believers. You and I are one of these types. We are not 2 of these types. We are not 3 of these types. We are one of these types. Notice what it says here. To the messenger of the assembly of Ephesus, write, he who is holding the 7 stars in his right hand, who is walking in the midst or in the middle of the 7 golden lampstands, the 7 lamps, they all have oil. Saying this, I know your works and your labor and your endurance, and that you are not able to bear evil ones, and have tried those who say that they are emissaries or apostles and are not, and have found them to be false prophets. And you have been bearing up and having endurance, and have labored for my name's sake. These people know, they know this truth, and have not become weary. They have not become weary. These are people who know the Mashiach. These are people who know the truth. I'm not talking about Christianity. I'm talking about the truth. But listen to what it says here. But I hold this against you, that you have left your first love. Your fire is going out. Your fire is going out. That oil is steady burning off. You're not replenishing it. So remember from where you have fallen and return. You all know what the return is. What does it mean to repent? What does it mean in the Abrit, in the Hebrew, Tashub? It means to turn back to the TURAH. It means to get back on that ancient path and do the first works again. The ancient path, the TURAH. Or else I shall come to you speedily and remove your lampstand from its place, unless you repent. Yet this you have, that you hate the works of the Nicolaitans. That I also hate. And we know about the Nicolaitans. They're all into idol worship. They're all into worldly things and worldly needs. He who has an ear, let him hear what the Ruach says to the assemblies. Are you really ready? Am I really ready? Are we truly ready for what is getting ready to go down? We're going to have to endure. We're going to have to endure. Don't we let Babylon put us to sleep. She has been putting us to sleep for a very long time. She has given us her wine, and we drank it for a very long time. And those of you like myself, you have come out of her. Those of you like myself, you have awoke to this cry, what we just read earlier in Matthew 25. Let's go back there. Remember what it said here. Verse 6. And at midnight a cry was heard. See, the bridegroom is coming. This was the awakening. This was our awakening. Go out to meet him. We're preparing ourselves as that bride without any spot or wrinkle. I hope you're hearing me. I hope you're hearing me. The only reason why I'm not turning off the comments today, because today is not Shabbat. But I hope you're hearing me. We all came to this awakening recently. Some of us a few years earlier, but nonetheless, the awakening is here. Those of you who know the name, those of you know his commandments, those of you who know his dietary laws, those of you know the traditions that we left, we have heard the cry. We have heard the bridegroom is coming. And if we don't prepare ourselves by having the Ruach in us, the Spirit in us, we are not saved. We're not saved. We're getting ready to go, and we're getting ready to get tested like no other generation has ever been tested. Do you think for a second that Abba is not going to allow his word to be true? He says, for whatever a man sows, he shall reap. Whatever a man sows, he shall reap. Right before he says that he does not lie. He doesn't lie. Why is that put together? Let us not mock him, he says. You see, even though we came to the truth, There's going to be some things that his people are going to have to go through, just like it says in Revelation chapter 6 about the fifth seal. We got too many people who are no different than Christianity, who are talking about this second Exodus, that Abba Yahuah is going to silence their mouths because they are causing his sheep to go astray. He wants to prepare his sheep, not for his sheep to think that they are leaving and going somewhere. That is not yet. You all know, as I know, what the scripture says. You all know what I know, what he said about the 144,000. They're getting ready to get out of here. They are very close to their Shama evacuation, to the Mount of Zion, just like it says in Revelation chapter 14. They are going to escape. They're the only ones who are going to escape. And some of you who are hearing my voice, if you diligently put yourself towards keeping his commandments and doing what pleases Abba, you just might be one of those people who shall escape. But for the rest of us, the majority of us, are you ready? Are you truly ready? If it was to occur right this moment, that we see the abomination of desolation getting ready to be erected. Yes, we're talking about the third temple. And you don't heed the words that the Messiah told us in Matthew chapter 24, you're going to get caught. But understand, even if you get caught, if you truly love the Messiah, because some of you are not able to flee, maybe because of some kind of ailment or some medical condition, or because of your age, do not fret. Do not be afraid, because our Abba is with you. He wants his sheep to be prepared for the slaughter. That's right. He wants his sheep to be prepared for the slaughter. The violent take it by force. This is why the Mashiach told us, do not fear those who can unalive the body, but cannot unalive the soul or the being and the body. Fear him. Yes, fear him who can do both. You see, Shaitan is about to give, for the first time in human history, the temptation of everlasting life through technology. He is about to use this technology that you all have heard of, called transhumanism. And he's going to give that as an offering to those who will bow down and worship him. And he's going to make this choice very easy. Either you take what I am giving you, or there's the guillotine. Either you take what I am giving you, or there is the guillotine. These people about to unleash upon this Arats pure evil. And Mishpachah, you and I must get ready in our mind at a moment's notice that you're going to have to flee everything that you know dear to you. Everything. Your cats, your dogs, family members who don't believe, your home that you put all your nest egg in. You're going to have to make the toughest decision that you have never, ever had to make before until this moment that's getting ready to happen here soon. I have witnessed, as you all have witnessed as well, and let me say this first before I even go there. Let me just say this. Let's go to Exodus 20. Shemot 20. The word Shemot means names. It's plural for Sham. Sham is singular for name. Shamat is plural. Excuse me. Or some would say Shamut. Here in Exodus 20, where we find the 10 words, one of the things that he says in verse 16, you do not bear false witness or false testimony against your neighbor. That neighbor can be anybody outside of yourself. Why do I bring this passage up? Because I've had some people send me some stuff about President Trump, that the revealing of the anti-Messiah has been revealed and that it's President Trump. Now, you've all heard me say this before. I'm not no Trump fan. And if I wasn't in the truth, I might have wanted to voted for him until hearing all this stuff that he has done, just like a whole bunch of the other Republicans are starting to back away from Trump. But I have no public or political affiliation in my heart in this country whatsoever. However, we are also told in Shemot, Exodus, I believe it is chapter 24, verse, or is it 22? 24. I can't remember. Hold on one second. Let me see if I have a note on this. Ah, yes, here it is. Exodus chapter 22, verse 28 says, do not revile Yahuah Elohim, the mighty of mighty ones, nor curse a ruler of your people. Nor curse a ruler of your people. Now, we know that this was meant for the Yashraim, the Israelites. Yashra'al was never to say anything disrespectful to those that were leading them. This was to the children of Yasharal. But we also find the same mentality from the Apostle Shaul in a lot of his letters, where he says to honor the king. We also see Daniel, the Nabi, the prophet, only speak highly of his captor, King Nebuchadnezzar of the Babylonians, never said anything evil about him. Why do I bring this up? The same thing with President Trump. We may not agree with this man's policies. I'm talking about President Trump. I'm going somewhere with this, with what's going on right now, and if we're ready. We may not agree with President Trump and what his policies are, but we must all agree that Abba Yahuah is allowing this man to do what he is doing on this Arats for a reason. For a reason. You see, the punishment of Babylon has come. The punishment of this country's dues, whatever it sows, it shall reap. Not only to a man, but also to an institution. This institution called America, the United Snakes, as I like to call it, of America, has sowed into the whirlwind, and she's about to reap the whirlwind from Abba Yahuah. So let us not grumble until the revelation that Abba Yahuah has instilled in our hearts, and we're going to know. We will know without a shadow of a doubt who the anti-Mashiach is going to be when that time comes. He is going to reveal it not only to us, but even to those in the Christian faith, and possibly even to those of the Muslim faith. Why do I say this? Because all of these people that I just named, they have some concept of the prophecies, but they don't have a relationship with the one who has called us to be separate from amongst these people. So even though they may know the prophecies, they don't know him. Why? Because they don't keep his commandments. Only those who keep his commandments are the ones who know the Messiah. You and I know this. You've seen me share it many times in 1 John chapter 2. We may be looking at the face of the false Messiah right now. It just may be President Trump. But I'm not going to say, without a shadow of a doubt, he's the one. Because that would be false testimony, false accusation, false witness against my neighbor. So we must stay on our P's and Q's. Let us continue to do the work of an evangelist. Let us be ready in season and out of season. May we be found doing the will, the work of our Abba Yahuah, because he has entrusted it to you and me, Mishpachah. Let us not be burdened down with those things that we used to do. Let us not be burdened down with the things that we have allowed ourselves to be connected to, like this world and all the things that comes with it. One of my favorite movies back in the day when I used to be a carnal man, a fleshly man, was the movie Heat. Have any of y'all seen this? With Robert De Niro and what's the dude's name who played Scarface? Can't even think of his name right now. That movie, Robert De Niro, who plays this leader of the bad guys, Al Pacino. Thank you, Cody Terry. Great to see you. There's a line in that movie that not Al Pacino, here I'm saying Al Pacino now that I know the name is Al Pacino, that Robert De Niro said that I hold to the same walk right now. When you see heat coming around that corner, you got 30 seconds. You got 30 seconds. When you see heat coming around the corner, you got 30 seconds. When we see the abomination of desolation, when we see the abomination that causes desolation, he who has ears to hear, let him hear. Let me take you to Matthew. Matthew, Matitiyahu, 24:15. So when you see the abomination that lays waste, or that causes desolation, spoken by Daniel, the Nabi, the prophet, put up in the Mikdash, that is, in the Most High Place, he who reads, let him read or understand. He who reads, let him understand. Now, when the Messiah was here, he said this to his disciples. The part that we read here, he who reads, let him understand, the Messiah did not say that part. That was added. So when you see the abomination that lays waste, spoken by Daniel the Nabi, put in the Mikdash, then let those who are in Yehudah flee to the mountains. Those who are in the geographical location that we know as the Promised Land, Yehudah, flee to the mountains. Let him who is on the housetop not come down to take whatever out of his house. Now we're talking about not just Yehudah. This is everywhere else. This is for the believers. And let him who is in the field not turn back to get his garments. Those of you who are at work, when you see the heat coming around the corner, you got 30 seconds. You have to flee. You got to leave everything. Don't go back home to get your garments. If you don't have it with you, then you don't got it. You don't need it. And woe to those who are pregnant and to those who are nursing children in those days. Those of you who are still procreating, this is going to be a difficult time for you. And Palal, that your flight, Palal, that when you have to flee, it does not take place in the dead of winter, when it's cold, or on a Shabbat. For those of you who don't keep the law, this doesn't pertain to you. This is pertaining to those who know the truth. For then there shall be great distress. Your translation would say great tribulation, such as has not been since the beginning of the world until this time, nor ever shall be. This is what I was saying about what we are about to witness. No other generation that has come before us, nor afterwards, shall experience what we're getting ready to experience. So then I ask you again, are we ready? Are we ready for the atrocities that we're about to see? Are we ready for the hunger that we're about to experience? Let me show you something here as it's coming to my mind. Yashiyahu. Now you all know that the state of Yasharal, let me rephrase that because I don't even want to connect them to the true name. That the state of Israel, those who call themselves Jews and are not, the 2939, the 48ers, whatever you want to use, the Ish, all of that. These people are remapping the Middle East. They've already raised down Gaza. They are now raising down Beirut, Lebanon area, that country, Lebanon. They pretty much destroyed Damascus, but it ain't fully finished yet because Damascus is still standing. They're about to go and finish it up. This is what we're getting ready to see. The message concerning Damascus. This is Damascus. See, Damascus ceases to be a city. It's still a city right now. It's still a city right now. And shall become a heap of ruins. The cities of Eror are forsaken. They are for flocks that shall lie down with no one to frighten. And the stronghold shall cease from Ephraim. Who is Ephraim? Also known as the 10 lost tribes. And the stronghold shall cease from Ephraim, and the kingdom from Damascus, and the remnant of Aram, which would be Syria. It shall be as an esteem of the sons of Yasharal, declares Yahuah of hosts. But notice what verse 4 says. And it shall be as when the harvester gathers, or I don't pass it all the way up. And in that day, it shall be that the esteem of Yaqub wanes. This is Yasharal, the people who know the truth. And the fatness of his flesh grows lean. We are being told here that there is going to be a shortage of food for us. This is probably going to be because we got to flee. When Damascus gets destroyed, it's probably going to be the same time that they're getting ready to start erecting the third temple. You see, these Jewish people are waging war against those who are hardcore Muslims. They must get rid of these hardcore Muslims so that they will not have resistance when they put up their third temple. Do you understand that this is getting ready to happen? This is what the Messiah was talking about in Matthew chapter 24. But there are those people who are teaching out there that there is not going to be a false third temple. Notice I said the word false before I said the third temple, because this third temple is not, and nor can it be, the third temple physically, because the true physical third temple is the one that our Mashiach is going to erect. This is the one that we read about in Hazakal, Ezekiel. So the one that they're putting up is the false third temple, so that their false Mashiach with the false people can set up what they're getting ready to set up. That's the abomination on the land that belongs to Yahuah. They're not accepting his offering that he gave us, that he gave for all humanity upon that tree. No, they're going to start unaliving animals again. This is an abomination to the finished work of the Mashiach. What the Mashiach done for all humanity. Remember, he unalived himself for all the world, not just those who are of the DNA blood of Abraham. This was done for the entire world. Tomorrow, I'm going to be sharing a little bit about how transgression of the law entered into this world by one man, Adam, the first Adam. And favor was given through one man, which is the second Adam, the Mashiach, to those who obey him, to those who do what he's called us to do. Mishpakat, do we have the ability? I do believe we do. Do we have the ability to resist what is coming upon the Sarats? That is going to shake up our being? Our Abba has always prepared his people before he brought on sheer terror. He's always prepared his people. We have history that is written in this book that has been recorded for us of how he has always prepared his people. It doesn't mean that they're not going to see unaliving, but he prepared them for it. It doesn't mean that they're not going to starve, but he prepared them for it. So all of this is about to transpire in our time. All of this. I feel in my heart that many of us are not prepared. For those of you who are serious, we're going to be doing a Zoom here very soon, a corporate fast, a Zoom. In the Hebrew, Zoom is how you say fast. We're going to be doing a corporate fast. Minimum 3 days. Minimum 3 days. We're not talking about food, only water. 3 days minimum. For those of you who want more, for those of you who want to be closer to Abba Yahuah, for those of you who want to get more clarity and understanding, let's go more days. Let's go more days. I, for one, want to go more days. Let each one define in their heart what that day is for them, how long they're going to go. Because you must remember, whatever you speak for yourself before Abba Yahuah, and you say you have given yourself a vow that you're going to fast for these many days, you are to perform it. Do you hear what I'm saying, Mishpachah? If you say that you're going to fast for 3 days, you are to perform it. If you say you're going to do 5 days, you are to perform it. If you say you're going to do 6 days, you are to perform it. The only day that we do not fast, as you all know, is Shabbat. We need to fast. We need to fast because the bridegroom has been taken from us, and the bridegroom is coming back. There was a shift in what I was doing a few months back that Abba Yahuah has instilled in my heart, is to prepare his people along with myself that maybe some of us, if not all of us, can be part of the 144,000 who are going to be taken. You may say that's a small number, and that is true. The The 144,000, as I believe, are households and some actual individuals, because they would be of that one household. They may be the only one. But nonetheless, 12,000 from each tribe, be it those who are DNA or those who have been grafted in. If you have kept his commandments and you trust and obey the Mashiach and you follow him, you follow after him. If you have love for the brethren and you check in with your Abba 3 times a day, you just might be one of the 144,000. What do I mean by checking in 3 times a day with Abba? We have been given 3 times to bring offering before him. Those 3 times should be the 3 times that you pray to him, you speak to him, you're checking in with him. The first one is right before the sun comes up. The second one is at midday, true midday, not your 12 o'clock in the afternoon according to pagan. The true 12 o'clock, the true high noon according to the sun, the sun in the sky. And then the last one is right when the sun goes below the horizon at sunset. Those are the 3 times every day that we should check in with our Father. We check in with him. Just as those of us who are parents, when we have adolescent kids out there and they're wandering out there in the streets of the world, just give me a call. Let me know that you're okay. Let me know that you care that I know, or want me to know that you're doing okay. Even though the Father can see us, he wants us to reach out to him, because he says that his hand is always stretched out, according to the book of Isaiah. I would wish that all of us could be one of the 144,000. But I know that's just not reality. But it's doable. If you love Abba, you're going to find those times to spend that time with him. And you're going to see your life, your walk with Abba. It will be so much more richer. Because Abba is going to give you more to fill up that oil, the anointing that he has put in your life. So when that day comes, you are going to have that oil to when he's coming to get you, because we don't know the day or the hour that he's coming to get the 144,000. We don't know. We don't know. He has chosen a day. He has chosen a day that he is going to gather the 144,000. And it's possibly going to happen when this world war kicks fully off and the world is in shambles. It's probably when the evacuation orders for the 144,000 is going to go. Because again, they have been promised to be kept from the hour of trial that's going to come upon the whole earth. Mini butterfly. You got to break yourself, sister, from man's timepiece. It is not 6 a.m., 12 o'clock, and 3 p.m. You have to use the sun, the S-U-N. This is why I said, you wake up just before the sun comes over the horizon to start the day. before sunrise. That's when you pull off. At true midday, which is when the sun is at its highest, okay? There's ways to find out when the highest point of the day is, be it a stick in the ground, or you can even use your phone and just text in Google, when is true noon at my position? And Google will tell you, okay? And then the third time of the day is when the sun goes down below the horizon. You still see sunlight, but you don't see the sun. This is the time, the twilight, the evening. This is when you pull off to Abba Yahuah as well. Please, please, please let us palaw for one another. Let us continue to walk this walk out with love and with patience. Now, as far as the Zoom, when we're going to start, that's going to be up to all of you. But I'm going to start the day after the Shabbat. Now, for those of you who are doing the makeup second Passover, it's going to be hard for you to fast at that time because you're having to do the Pesach, drinking of the wine and eating of the matzot. And as you know, we have been commanded to eat matzot for 7 days. So with that being said, you're going to want to keep that. But for the rest of you who have already done the Pesach and done the 7 days of unleavened, it's a voluntary fast. And so you are not commanded to do so. This is a fast for those of you for the purpose of removing things of the world out of your life and having a closer relationship with our Abba. The distractions of the world, put away all the scrolling on your devices. Use that time to spend opening up your word, not reading it from your phone. Get the actual book and open it. Put your eyes on it. Stop doing everything from your personal device. Because when that time comes, you're going to have your sword. You're going to have that sword in your heart and in your mind. Hopefully you have one with you. Because you can't take these personal devices with you when that time comes. You must leave everything behind. What sense does it make to say you're fleeing Babylon, but you take with you the very thing that they can use to find you? These phones, as you know, you can turn off the GPS, but it's still getting your coordinates. They got spyware in these phones, people. Everything that we do is exposed to their technology. It's their technology. So we must be very wise in what we're doing in these last hours. Very, very wise. If you know of a location that you want to flee to and you want to go check out the property before you have to run there, if that's where Abba Yahuah has you run, don't take your device with you. There'll be a record, a history of you being there. That includes your car, your vehicle. If it's something that's one of these newer ones, you driving anywhere near that thing, they're going to know you was in that area. Just some tips for those of you who might be thinking, I don't know how many more days we have left, to the time that we have until we have to flee. Because if President Trump is the guy, and we're told in the book of Revelation that he has 42 months to rule, and we know that the term in office of a United States president is 48 months, 4 years. And this is his second term. He did his first term, and now he's doing his second term. If you add both of those terms together, you get 8 years. It's kind of interesting and ironic that he's talking about how he gets to rule for 42 more months. Where does it say it here? And he was given, verse 5, a mouth speaking greatness and blasphemies. And he was given authority to do so for 42 months. 42 months. Again, I don't know if he's the guy. All I'm telling you is we need to be prepared for anything and everything that should happen. We need to be prepared. Do not get complacent. Do not get caught up into this world and let your flame burn out. Because you've already awoken to this truth. Your eyes see the truth. Your ears hear the truth. Do not turn back, Mishpachah. Do not turn back for anything. Don't allow your fear to cause you to sell your birthright. That's how serious this is getting. That's how serious this is getting. Yes, exactly, Miguel. Remember Lot's wife. Yes. Because now we got to start making that decision in our heart that we deal with the Ruach and not the flesh, Mishpachah. May we walk, all of us, in the Ruach and not in the flesh, not in materialism, not in the things that is tangible of this world. This world and everything in it, as you all know, is all passing away. So why do we want to hold on to these things, including our very bodies, these bodies that we're in, that is decaying by the minute? Why are you afraid? Why are we afraid? If they want to take it, let them take it. They're freeing you out of this body. They're freeing you out of this body. Now, granted, none of us want to feel pain, and that's what they want to use. They're using pain to get us to comply. That's what they want to use. They use the pain of hunger. They're going to use the pain of torture. They're going to use the pain of being separated from those things that you love, your family, your friends, your animals, whatever that may be. But if you can only get it through your mind, if we can get it through our mind, that all of this is just for a mere blurt moment, just a blink in the time of eternity, what we're going through right now. While some of you are going on with your life, Because as soon as we get off of here, and right now we're all sober-minded, we're all thinking about this, we're all talking about this. But the moment is going to come when you get off this live, and slowly but surely, you start to do other things. You go back to your old habits. You might go into some silly conversations. You might get into doing things you're not supposed to do. You take your eyes off the prize. You forget who you are. You just walked away from the mirror. You just walked away from examining yourself. And that's what the world doesn't seem to do. They don't never want to look at themselves. They just want to live life. They don't want to contemplate life. They don't want to think and be like, what are the mysteries of life? No, they're so shallow and superficial that it doesn't even come to their thoughts. Those people are lost. They have no idea. Even when they see the Creator sitting on his throne, they're going to have no idea. They have no clue. But you and I, we know. Not only have we been given a clue, but we know the truth. All the way down to the calendar. All the way down to the calendar. This is not by accident, Mishpachah family. This is not by accident at all. Again, I don't know if President Trump is the guy. All I'm saying is to be watchful. Please be watchful. Because things can happen at a moment's notice. And this is why the Messiah, you can't say, well, I just live in shalom. Okay, you live in shalom. Yes, we're supposed to have shalom. But you also need to have eyes to see what is going on, especially when the Mashiach is commanding you to watch. He's commanding you to watch. Don't be living in some fantasy bubble. Everything is hunky-dory. When you got children right now on the Sarats that are tasting their own blood because they got hurt, because of something that fell on their house. Or you have children who have lost their lives, these innocent beings who haven't even had a chance to know that they're even living. They haven't even been given that ability to be raised to know their conscious state, that they are alive, to know who they are. And they're taken out by other people because of greed, for power, insatiable lusts, to be in that authoritative power. And they care less who they hurt or who they murder or who they take out. But for you and me who know this truth, we have to endure their sick fantasies. We have to endure their ridiculous agendas. We have to endure their false policies. All of these things we have to endure. And even endure the insults of our own family and friends because they had done drank the Kool-Aid. They done took it all down hook, line, and sinker, as we would say. These things, like I said, was in my heart, and I just wanted to get on here and share it. It's a very sober time to be alive. Some of you, if you have a picture of our Cody Shannon And those of you who know who I'm talking about, please share it with the Mishpachah. We need to make postings if anyone has seen her. We don't know who it's going to reach. We don't know if someone else has seen her. But if it was your child, if it was your sister, if it was someone that you cared about that was missing, I'm sure you would do everything in your power and ability. Not only Palal, but let us use this instrument just like the world uses it. Make postings. Have you seen her? If you have, please contact either you, me. I'm going to put the number out to the Cherry Hill Police Department in New Jersey for you all to contact if you do get any leads. Our Cody has been missing for a whole week now. Be it that she's done something to herself or something else has been done to her, we don't know. It's all speculation right now. But what is factual is that she's missing. And I have been given great word by somebody in her family that the last words that was said to her family member, before she walked out that house, to a woman who didn't even understand the words that was said to her, shared with me and said, I don't know what Shannon meant by this, but she said, Yada Yahuah, Rumamu Yahuah, and walked out. And her family member asked me, what does that mean? I just had tears well up in my eyes because I know that this woman still believes. And I don't know what's happened to our sister, but we should have did this a long time ago. Please, if you have a picture of her, make a posting on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, where have you. And if you need a picture, screenshot it from others that's going to be making postings. I'm going to be making one. And yeah, we need to get the word out. The last time we seen her as a group, she flew out to Phoenix and she spent time with us for the Pesach week, for those 4 days. She actually spent more than that with others because she came in early. You know, it's one thing, like I said, to see someone in person from the lives. It's another thing when the person is, you don't get to see them. So it hits a whole lot differently when you've actually met the person. I myself was honored to immerse her last summer. Some of you probably seen it when I went live. That's our sister that's missing. Again, be it her own doing or someone else's doing to her, we don't know. Again, it's all speculation. Cody Damaris, I think you just sent one to all of us. Could you do me a favor, Cody, and send it to my email, ambassadorsofyah@gmail.com, so I can put it up here on the live. Our Cody's name is Shannon Bodine, and she's out of Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Too that tough for that, Cody. Christopher, she has been missing for a full week now. A full week. Last SAT day was the last time I heard from her. The police is involved. They're looking for her. Her family didn't put out the police missing report until 48 hours after she had been missing. The last place that we know of is that she took a lift to a hotel, to a Days Inn in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. And from there, that SAT day, after she got there, 2 days later, the police were involved. They retrieved her phone from the front desk of the hotel. So she doesn't have her phone. And I don't know too much more information than that. I don't know if all of her belongings were still in the hotel room and the housekeeper just picked it all up and took it to the front desk as lost and found kind of stuff. Or what? I don't know. I have no idea. Like I said, it's all speculation right now because I don't have too much information to give other than we need to get her picture out there so that we can use social media to find our sister. For us to get closure one way or the other, we need this to be broadcasted. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to look here, see if it's already come in for those of you who sent pictures. I appreciate it. So this is our Akodi. This is Shannon Bodine. For those of you who are going to post, please screenshot and recirculate. Please screenshot and recirculate. Got another picture. Okay. Again, screenshot and recirculate. This is her right here. All right. That would be wonderful for all of you to do. That would be so great. I would really appreciate it. The Mishpachah would appreciate it. And her family will appreciate it. Yes, there it is right there, Ed. Christopher Yahoo just spelt it out. Shannon Bodine. She's known as Chanel on here on the lives. SHAN, I think it's dot or period ELLE. I think that's how she spells it. That's her handle on TikTok. Yes, that's a great thing there, Aki Dustin. Give me a second here. Okay, so it's going to show me as being off, but I'll be right back. Okay. Let me see here the quickest way I can do it. Okay, so this is the number. 856-432-8831. Okay, 856-432-8831. And the officer's name or the detective, his name is Detective Heath, like the Heath candy bar, Heath. Heath. Detective Heath. All right. So with that being said, that would be the Cherry Hill Police Department, Dustin. Cherry Hill Police Department. Okay. Well, Ms. Paka, I am going to go ahead and call it a Yaum. Oh yes, so let me give you that information. So the last scene at what hotel? That would be Days Inn on Route 38. Route 38 in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. TURAH. So with that sobering news, I'm just saying, Mishpaka, you know, this can be all of us here pretty soon, where we're all going to be missing. And I don't say that again to cause any alarm. It is for us to be mentally prepared. We have to be mentally prepared. It is Route 38, I believe. Let me just check to make sure that I got that information right. Give me a second. Give me a second. Yeah, so here's the actual address. This is the place where she was at last, okay? Can screenshot that. Let me see. Let me back it out. Let me see if I can get some of that blur out of there. But you can see down at the bottom here. So it's the Days Inn Suites by Wyndham, Cherry Hill, Philadelphia. But here's the address. 525 Route 38, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Okay. Can you hear me now? For the last 2 minutes. Wow, that's weird. Can you hear me now? Give me a 1 if you can hear me. Okay, perfect. Yes, we shall palal for our Cody, and we shall palal for ourselves as well to prepare us for the things that are coming upon the Sarats. Yeah, there were some people that said that they couldn't hear. I guess those of you who still can't hear, you might have to exit and come back in. I apologize for that. It happens. And again, I want to thank our Cody for sending this scripture to me called the Hallelujah Scriptures. I'm going to color this in so it can make the name of Yahuah pop out in paleo. If I'm breaking up, peace be still. It might be on your end, because others are saying that I'm coming in loud and clear. I got the tabs like everything else from Amazon. So you have to put in Bible book tabs, color coded. JJ, is she okay? Are you talking about Shannon? If so, I have no idea. No one knows. No one knows right now. Only Abba Yahuah. Mavis, you can't hear me. Mavis, I don't know if you can hear me. Well, you say you can't hear me. I was just going to say you might have to go out and come back in. All right, well, let us palal. Heavenly Abba Yahuah, we come before you asking you, Abba, on behalf of our Kudi Shannon, as all of us palal for her right now, wherever we are, O Abba, as a group, as a collective, as one assembly, Abba, we ask that you would help us find our Kut. We ask, O Abba, that wherever she may be, that she is being taken care of, and that you would give us closure one way or the other, O Abba. Be it that she's still here with us, or that she's there with you. Whichever way it may be, please just let us get confirmation. Help the detectives do their work. Please console the family and those of us, O Abba, who have met her and that are hurting inside. And most of all, for our Kut, wherever her whereabouts may be. Again, be it that she's here with us still or if she's not, that one way or the other she is comforted, O Abba, by your Ruach. This is our Palah. In the mighty name of your Ben Yahushua HaMashiach, we also ask that you would help us, O Abba, to prepare us, each and every last one of us, O Abba, who study your word. Help us to prepare ourselves for the Zoom, for the fast that we are going to be doing after the Shabbat. For those of us who are voluntary fasting before you, strengthen us, O Abba. Prepare our Ruach, our mind, and even our bodies, O Abba. We continue to Palah for those who don't know you, that you would open up their mind and their heart to your truth and who you truly are, O Abba. All these things we ask in the mighty name of your Ben, your Son, Yahusha, the Messiah, HaMashiach. It's in his most precious name we Palah. Hallelujah, Yahuah, Hallelujah, Yahuah, and Hallelujah, Yahuah. Amat. Rumamu Yahuah. Amat. Well, Mishpachah, until next time, hopefully Abba Yahuah will allow us to come together once again, and that we all can study his word out together. I'll be sharing tomorrow about the commandments, about the law, mostly to our Christian brothers and sisters, that Abba Yahuah is going to open up their eyes to this truth, pulling them out of there, literally like pulling them out of the fire. So I hope that you'll be here with us and that we can convey and convince others to see our collective and how we are all of one mind, that we would convince them to come out of her, but using sweet words, compassionate words, and to be long-suffering and to be patient with them as Abba Yahuah has been all of that and even more for us. I'm so thankful, Mishpachah, for all of you. I'm even thankful for the ones that used to be with us and have left because they disagree or what have you. Because everything happens for a purpose and a reason. I want to share something with you all. Tomorrow, Akodi Diane, she's going to share her findings, her research that she wants to share, or I asked her to share, that I found very fascinating and amazing, that has to do with the Shabbat. And when the Constantine edict was given. So it's a little bit of history, and I think you'll find it fascinating. Also, on another note, our Aki Dustin is working on a research about the different calendars that are out there. And speaking of how the calendar that we have found, Yah's calendar, is the true calendar. But he's going to give arguments for the other ones and where they're wrong and how they look at things. And I'm going to be spending some time here in a few hours going over his research. And it's not fully completed yet, if I understand correctly. But I do know that once it is done, we're going to post it on our website. And I'm going to have him come up if he chooses to share on one of the open mic nights about his research and what his findings are as well. And let's see what else. We're still going to be doing the Zoom starting again after the Shabbat. For those of you who are going to do the Zoom with us, the fast with us, again, water only. And if you're going to do a short fast, let's say like a sunrise to sunset, why don't you push it a little bit and no water, no food for a sunrise to sunset if you're only going to do sunrise to sunsets? No food, no water, nothing entering into the mouth. Okay. I will get back to you on that, Akuti Jackie, as soon as I get off of here. Yes. Sandra, it's not a Zoom link. The word Zoom, T-Z-O-O-M, I guess, but we spell it T-Z-U-M, excuse me. Ooh, that one snuck up on me. That just came out of nowhere. Okay. So not Zoom as in a Zoom link, but Zoom. It's a T-Z-U-M. It means fast in Hebrew. Thank you for that, Gallagher. Is it Gallagher? Oh, I'm saying Gallagher. This is my bad eyes. Galino 72. All praises to Abba Yahuwah. All praises to Abba Yahuwah. So yes, we'll be Zooming after the last day, or right after, the last day, which we know as Shabbat. This is also, let me share this with you all. This one's already been spoken for, but I wanted to show you guys a new calendar bead here. And as you can see here at the top, it has Yahuah. Oh no, this one's Yahudah. And so that one is spoken for. Oh, hold on. I got another one here I want to show you. My Asha wanted me to show these, so let me put them before you. So here's another one. And this one has Yahusha in gold at the top. Okay. With the tassels. And then the last one. This one also has been spoken for. This one says Yahuwah. All right. So just wanted to share that. And I did my job. Now my Ashar won't be mad at me. I'm just joking. Not that she was. Okay, so with that being said, Mishpachah, please let us continue to pull off for one another. And definitely please put out those postings for our Ashar. Our Cody, Shannon Bodine, and we Palal to Abba Yahuwah that one way or the other we get word. It's all we just want to get word. All right. So with that, let's read Numbers chapter 6. Verse 22. And it reads, And Yahuwah spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to Aaron and his sons, saying, This is how you barak the children of Yasharal. Say to them, Yahuwah barak you and guard you. Yahuwah make his face shine upon you and show favor to you. Yahuwah lift up his face upon you and give you shalom. Thus they shall put my name on the children of Yasharal, and I myself shall barak them. Hallelujah, Yahuwah. May Abba Yahuwah continue to barak you and keep you. May he allow the countenance of his light to shine upon each and every last one of you, including your DNA, your physical mishpachah, in the mighty name of Yahusha. Until next time, my name is Ak Jimmy, also known as Brother Jimmy, and we are ambassadors of Yah. Shalom.
Sharper than fishing hooks, snagging souls, taking tolls, leaving devils shook. Who it be? Messengers, truth bringers, that's the key. Unlocking minds, leaving darkness in debris. We are the ambassadors, ambassadors of Yah. We are the ambassadors, ambassadors of Yah. Spreading love from near to far. We are the ambassadors, ambassadors of Yah. Listen close, hear us, yeah. We are the ambassadors, ambassadors of Yah. Spreading love from near to far. We are the ambassadors, ambassadors of Yah. Listen close, hear us, yeah. Verses be thumping, shofars be blowing, beat be steady. Word power every hour, truth already. Planted deep secrets keep fools unsteady. We elevate till your fate be ready. No compromise. Open your eyes, see the light. Walk tall, stand strong with all your might. We are the ambassadors, ambassadors of Yah. Spreading love from near to far. We are the ambassadors, ambassadors of Yah. Listen close, hear us, yeah. We are the ambassadors, ambassadors of Yah. Spreading love from near to far. We are the ambassadors, ambassadors of Yah. Listen close, hear us, yeah. No compromise. Open your eyes, see the light. Walk tall, stand strong with all your might. We are the ambassadors, ambassadors of Yah. Spreading love from near to far. We are the ambassadors, ambassadors of Yah.